Hey, welcome back to the Caribbean Data Science channel. This is both a brief introduction and an invitation. Let's begin with the introduction. The introduction has to do with my new blog called Dave's Analytics. Dave's Data Analytics. The URL is Dave's Analytics.blog. There will be a link in the description below. Dave's Analytics.blog. So what is this blog about? This is all about data visualizations, okay? But not just data visualizations, okay? Data visualizations made with a GNU plot, and of course Emacs and all thrown in for good measure, okay? So as you can see, it's a wide range of social-related issues. This is child mortality comparing the U.S. to the world. We got things that has to do with plastic recycling, mortal age. Mortal age would be the age that appears the most at death. Okay. We got cherry blossom blooming in Japan. This has to do with when the cherry blossoms are at their peak. And as you can see, beginning about 1900, maybe the blossoms begin blooming earlier and earlier in the year, to go from all the way from over like 109 down to 94 days, the 94th day of the year. Then we got things like, here's something you may not know. What is the leading cause in the world for death, with the United States included? The answer, of course, is heart disease, cardiovascular. But suppose we take the U.S. out of the picture. Then what is the most leading cause of this? Well, that's what this plot here is. If you take the United States out of the picture, the leading cause of death worldwide is respiratory, okay? So there you have a brief introduction. And of course, at this point, just pause the video and go out to tumblr.com, sign up for that free account, and then go to davesanalytic.blog, and then click the follow button at the top right-hand corner.
Hey, welcome back to the Caribbean Data Science channel. We're going to take a second, or is it a third, look at the lookup function in SSIS. Lookup is similar to, but not exactly like as the join function. But I think one difference may be, at least that's what I found, is that in join, you have to join on the two join columns have to be the first column in the table, instead of table. While I think with lookup, it doesn't make any difference where in the tables that the column you're actually joining on appears. So let's ask ChatGPT for a quick summary of these two things. Okay. Let's see. The join component in SSIS is primarily used within the data flow task. Does that mean a join can be used outside the data flow task? It's kind of odd. More specifically, the join and merge join transformation requires the input data streams to be sorted before the join has to be sorted. The key feature and usage cases the join component include merge, which is like a union all, and a join, which is like an inner and outer join, left and right join in SQL. Combining data from two different sources, such as SQL database and flat files, or both data sets are large and sorted by key column. Okay, by key column. That's the difference. Apparently, perform complex transformations that require relational database style join. Let's see. Lookup component, on the other hand, is designed to enrich data flows by performing lookup operations against a data set. The lookup operation, to a certain extent, you have a primary data set, then you have a lookup table. Okay, in our case, the primary data set is going to be the DIM customer, and the lookup table is going to be the DIM network. Okay, which has to do with the three networks that's located inside of Tunisia. On the hand, it's designed to enrich that. The lookup function can utilize a cache to store the reference data set, designed for efficient data retrieval. Okay. Cache mode use cases, enriching data rows with additional information from reference data sets. So we're going to add the rows, checking the reference. Okay, it can also be used to look for possible errors. You know, if you can do a lookup, and if there's and if the column in the row in the primary table doesn't match what's in the lookup table, you could send that output to a different destination, and have the ones that succeed, the matching between the two tables, those go to your primary output and your primary destination. Okay. Merge joins are ideal for scenarios where you need to perform equity joins on large sorted data sets. Lookup is better suited for enriching data streams with information from relatively small, static, or small data sets. All right. So, and the one thing I found out is that the lookup column, if it's numeric, it has to be an integer. You cannot do a lookup on a column if it's a float. Okay, so that's the first problem we ran into. Let's come back over here. Open up our lookup table or our workflow. The one thing I'm thinking about using it for is to create a complete customer table, which include, rather than having the foreign key, it would actually have the name of the network in it. Okay. Now, of course, the fact still remains. It would be so much easier to do all these things we're doing and all these joins and stuff we're doing in SSIS. It's so much easier if the data is already in a database to just do that. But, one of the main reasons to do SSIS is to combine, because it's one way to combine different data sets, meaning from different sources, like CSV or web database like Postgres or Oracle or an Excel file. You can use that to extract. That's what it's really good for. I think it's really good for extracting data from different sources and then moving them over to a database system or a data warehouse. That's really what it boils down to. Let's go over to this data flow task. So, the metadata of the following column does not match the metadata external data column. Okay. Yes, I do. So this is our primary table, okay? This is kind of strange. Why do we have that? So we're actually going to sort by the network column as opposed to the expected full cache connection, dim mobile columns. Let's see how this works. Was it a join over here? Ah, good. All right. So let's see what happens here. Of course, this is too much to expect this to work all first time, right? So this is a frame table, and then the dim mobile, as you saw, was the lookup table. Now, as it says, we can actually send the output to the source distance. We're only interested in matches. Okay. Now, like I said, if we suspected that there was some invalid data in the network ID in the MNC column in the customer data set, we could say, hey, we're looking for the non-matches in the table. Okay, so let's see what happens here. If this works, I'll be tickled peachy. Okay, I'll be tickled. I'll be beside myself. Did it really work that quick? Inquiry. Take a deep breath. So the first thing you want to put up here is select star from dim mobile. All right. And there's network. And there's the lookup. So let's go over here. Let's say so let's do this. Let's do a, let's see, MNC. So this would be, this is the main table, and this is the value it was looking up. Okay. Let's see, MNC, comma, network. Okay, and we want to group by all three of these to make sure. I almost tried to do a Control Y there, thinking for some bizarre reason I thought I was in Emacs. Okay, let's take a look at this here.